Welcome back to more Mini Rogue, playing as the witch again. This will be our last attempt using the witch, because either we will die and then switch characters for now and return to the witch at a later time, or we win, which is obviously the plan. And I have quite the plan this time, quite the strategy to hopefully make this go better than last time, and I will show you now. That's my strategy. I've switched out the set of dice. The game comes with 2 sets of dice, obviously, because it's co-op, or you can play it in co-op, I should say, and I'll just start using the other one. Now I'm gonna be actually really annoyed if this does help, because I don't believe in such things. I just wanted to do this little joke, but if this now does turn out around, I'm gonna be annoyed but happy at the same time. Let's see. Pretty suboptimal setup to be annoyed either way, but still have fun playing the game. And let's just look at what our first room holds. The bandit right off the bat. Okay. Now, do we just pay 2 gold coins? Or do we fight him? Okay, that said, actually, I did have a think about possible strategy, and I said a few points last time as well. So I think let's be less aggressive on the Unholy Ritual. I'm gonna try to set myself the rule that I'll only use it if I have a Holy Potion or I see a cleanse coming up, like a merchant where we can buy a cleanse. Or possibly the shrine, which I know is not guaranteed, but if you have 1 gold coin, the odds are pretty good that you'll get a cleanse. And otherwise you might just get cursed, and so might as well curse yourself using the ritual. I'm not sure, I'll decide depending on the situation, but otherwise let's not use the ritual willy-nilly. Have the combat ability that way to maybe cushion some damage we're taking, or better prevent the damage by making the combats quicker. And I'll use the poison potion early on instead of holding on to it. Obviously, if we can hold on to it for the boss, that's great, but if it can save us in a nasty combat, save us a lot of HP, that's probably a better use. Yeah, those were just a few thoughts I had. Okay, so now do we fight the bandit or do we not? It just gives 1 XP. I think I'll try to just pay the 1 food. Might regret this. But it's got 6 HP and we'd have to roll a 6 that way to not get hit by it. And in that case, we'd be losing 2 HP anyways. And be blinded, which early on is really bad, as we've learned, because then you just walk into traps and so on. Okay, next 2 cards. So there's the hunter. Not a bad idea, because I just talked about the guaranteed cleanse coming up. Or I said that if we had one coming up, we could use our ritual, and this is a guaranteed cleanse. So do we just go to the hunter? Or actually, we could do our old hermit trick again. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we did something similar with the priestess. So we'll use the ability, get cursed and poisoned, gain 2 XP, move to the hermit, gaining back our ability, and then use the tunnel ability from the hermit, the tunnel option, to probably put the hunter here in the middle. That way we can visit the hunter right after the hermit, and when walking over to that room with the hunter, we can use our ability again, since it's exploration, to gain another 2 XP, and we stay cursed and poisoned. And now we can buy our cleanse here for 2 gold. That's perfect. That's a nice little switcheroo for 4 XP for in trade of 2 gold for 4 XP, I was trying to say. And we could even buy our piece of food back that we lost to the bandit, just because we are still on floor 1, so why not do that? Food is cheap still. So 1 gold coin for 1 piece of food. That's a great sequence of starting rooms. So we really only lost our 3 gold and gained 4 XP for that, which is a trade I'll do any day. Okay, on to either the monster with the nasty red, which does give good rewards, but we'll try to play it safe here. We already gained a lot of XP from the ritual, so I don't think there's a need to fight here. Let's just try if we can get an armory early on. Low chance, obviously. Yeah, didn't work out, but no harm. So that's the first floor. That's nice. I'd say that was a pure bonus and we're still at 10 HP. Let's look at the boss that's coming up. Ugh, the troll. I just ranted about this guy last time and I'm not happy to see him here. I can tell you that. But we'll see. Maybe we can level up until then, up to level 2. That would be sweet for fighting him. He's got 12 HP. And yeah, doubling our damage till then from 1 character die to 2 character dies sounds ideal. I quickly reset the border actually. I'll just keep rolling here because I already shuffled the cards while talking, so this would really only cut out 4 or 5 seconds, or what is it? What have you? Okay, let's first spend our piece of food and actually move down the floor, gain our ability back. Look at our top card here, our first room. Okay, it's the library. I like it, I think. At least it's interesting. Actually, again, do we use our skill? Because the library could refresh our skill. Now, I think in the past few episodes I would have, just because that would be a guaranteed level up to level 2, and who knows, maybe we can get a cleanse somewhere at some point. But I think I'll hold off, because with no cleanse on the horizon and no holy potion, using the skill now could have us just suck completely at skill checks and so on. Also the skill check for the library itself because of the curse, and take lots of poison damage. So let's play a bit more, say, cautiously or conservatively here. So we move on to the library. We just do the skill check. That's a 1 and no success. So we're fighting the ghost. Obviously worst outcome there. Ghost has 10 HP on the early floor, but does only 1 damage and gives 2 XP as a reward. So we will level up from this fight if we don't use feat for XP, but I don't think we will. Now, do we just use the poison potion right off the bat? I think we do. Would obviously be sweet against the troll to counter his healing. Or maybe it's worth more against the troll. I know I said earlier that we should use it against early monsters, but because the spirit only does 1 damage, the other monsters do 2. Some of them. Let's just try it like this. Okay, let's attack here. That's a miss from the spirit, which is great. And we critted. So that's really the perfect roll. So we don't take any damage and we do 6. Do we risk it? I think because we didn't take damage, this is a free crit, so let's see. Okay, again, shouldn't have played risky. So no one does any damage. Okay, so for anyone who's just listening, I turned my 1 crit into an X. Next round of combat, let's attack again here. Oh, but the ghost misses again, and this time the game doesn't allow us to reroll the die. It's like you take your free damage now. So ghost would already be dead if I hadn't rerolled that crit earlier. But there's another crit, that's 6 damage. Everything's going our way here. didn't even take damage from the ghost and didn't use our poison potion. So we get 2 XP from the fight, we level up. I think this is looking good so far. Let's move on. So we've got a monster or a monster. The illusion of choice. But one of them's a lot nastier than the other one. So this is really a no-brainer, because the one monster would be the giant rat. 6 HP, does 2 damage, gives us 1 XP. The other, shielded kobold, 12 HP, does 2 damage, gives us 1 XP. So same damage, same loot. Fight just takes twice as long, or twice as much health, I should say. So let's see, let's go against the giant rat and see if we can't roll 6 with 2 dice here in one try. We certainly can't. So we take 2 damage and we deal 2 damage to it. Let's see if we can roll 4 with 2 dice here. Ooh, just about. Okay, so our new dice still rolling quite a few X's here. So might not be the dice, might be the operator. Operator error. I just have shit luck. Okay, but that said, we gain 1 XP. Next card is the Sentinel or the Tomb. Now actually I've come to like the Sentinel early on, because it's really not that nasty there, because of its doesn't have the regen yet and doesn't poison you. And the lore cards can be cool, but that would just be an unnecessary fight, and we've got the boss fight coming up as well. And the Tomb could give us a holy potion, which we know for us, we can basically turn that into 4 XP with the right sort of timing. So let's try the Tomb here. Not fight unnecessarily. Also after the Tomb we've got the choice of 2 cards and aren't forced to visit that one. Okay, no success. And that's a 5. We lose 1 food. Obviously bad. But I think that was still probably the right decision. Okay, bit weird choice here. So either the Mimic, or, which I'm not a huge fan of, but we saw the Ghost is not that nasty yet and gives 2 XP, so might even be a nice boost. But the Cursed Relic, so don't know if I ever take that card sort of voluntarily without just landing on it and being forced to take it. Because it seems kind of cool, but being cursed right before the boss fight seems awful. And Merchant, Shrine, and Fountain, those are 3 specific cards out of a deck of, what have we now, like almost 40 cards. So could be stuck with that relic quite a while. So let's visit the Mimic. We even get the better treasure, because we've already fought a monster, so we gain 3 gold instead of just 1. And we roll no success, so nothing there. Would have only been 2 gold coins, would have been nice, but still. So let's move on to the Troll. Obviously we're gonna save our character skill for the combat, because I don't want to be cursed against the Troll. Here we go, 12 HP. But we are at level 2 and we've got the poison potion and we've got our combat abilities, so let's give that a try here. So use Confusion, which will deal 2 HP to the Troll, taking it down to 10. Let's try to roll 10, and if we don't, hopefully it's at least 6, so we can use the poison to just finish him. That is at least 6. That's 2 6s, in fact. So we don't even have to reroll those crits. 12 damage already, that would have finished the Troll even without the combat ability. Just like that. And we hold on to a poison potion. Okay. Great stuff. 2 XP for us. And we roll on the treasure. table, rewards table. So 2 gold and let's see, a 3. Another poison potion, which we can't carry, so it's gotta be 2 XP. What a shame. Obviously not. I would have probably taken the XP anyways. Yeah, very nice. So making good progress with the leveling despite not overly using our ritual. Although actually with the hermit and that little trick we did use it twice. I just realized. Okay, get rid of the troll. Let's spend our last ration and move down. I already did, I just noticed. And get our character skill back. And I'll reset the floor. There we are. Let's move on to our first room, or actually first look at the room. Might want to use our, ritual, if that would have been a merchant or something like that. But it's the alcove, so we'll just move on to there. It's still good, because we might get like one of those half cleanses. Let's try here. So we have to roll a success to get the item, which we did, and then the dungeon die decides, and it's the century-old port, which is a poison cleanse. So could use the ritual and just get rid of the poison, but curse is so nasty because it reduces your chances of success and so on, and obviously your damage in combat, so I don't think I will. Ooh, and there's the deathbed. I'm gonna say let's not fight that. Though we feel nice and strong at the moment because things have been going well. I think that would be a bad decision because 20 HP is a lot, 3 damage is a lot, 3 regen is a lot, getting poisoned could actually cleanse it afterwards. Yeah, I mean a potion is a great reward, but the crypt is the other option, and I like lore cards, and I don't like the deathbed. So let's look at our top lore card here. The illusory wall. The room is narrow and empty, but a subtle breeze caresses your face. There's an opening here, but where? You start prodding the walls until a trap springs just out of reach, and panic sets in. So we could either take our time, which would cost a piece of food and gain us a potion. And I guess we don't have that food, so we can't choose that option. Or we could prod all the walls, which we'll have to roll. And if we roll a success, we just gain some gold and a potion. Or we lose 3 HP. Yeah, so no choice here really. Let's try for a success. And we did 1x and 1/6. Luckily those don't cancel each other out. So that's a success, gaining us 2 gold and a potion, which is a potion of our choice. Now, healing would be a safe bet. Holy would be the sort of leveling up risky bet, because we could turn that into 4 XP. Or frost would be another nice one. I think let's take some healing at this point. The theme of this run has been playing it a bit safer than we have in the past. And I'm gonna stick with that. So now we do the crypt itself. Let's roll here. And that's a success on a 6. Ooh, and that's the strange vial, which is a frost potion. Or we could turn that into a piece of food. Now, because a piece of food is just 3 HP, essentially, I think the strange vial, the frost potion, is gonna be worth more here, because we're coming up to monsters that do that much damage. So I think I'll just take that and immediately drink the healing potion to make space for that. So take the frost. Now we've got 1 frost, 1 poison, not a bad setup. And we're at 14 HP. And we move on and see if we can find some food elsewhere. Okay, there's the fountain, which, you know, that's one of the cursed relic locations, but we did not take the relic. Could get a cleanse at the fountain, but low chance. And otherwise, not too much good stuff. I mean, a bit of healing or nothing. I'm almost tempted to fight here, not just because I'm being greedy, although we can, in a pinch, use, you know, the poison or something like that, but because then we also have two choices afterwards for rooms. So I think that is a fine choice, because the monster is not super nasty. It's just the skeleton warrior, which has 9 HP, does 4 damage, which is a lot. But let's see here. We could even use our confusion. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use the confusion. So it'll do 4 damage to itself, putting it at 5. And let's see if we can roll 5 with our 2 character dice. And if we can't, we can still use the poison. That way we won't take damage. Ah, but that's a 5 already. That's an 8 actually. But good thing we used the combat skill. That way we saved our potion. And we gained 2 XP for that. Yeah. So essentially used our skill, gaining 2 XP in the process. And didn't get cursed or poisoned. Let's look at our next 2 rooms here. Okay, so it's 2 monsters. And it's the sort of poison counterpart of the one we just fought. So that would be another 9 HP, 4 damage, 2 XP monster. Or we could risk it a bit, fight the Sentinel. More HP, does less damage, but does heal itself. And gives a lore card as well as the 2 XP. You know, I don't want to get cocky here, but maybe the Sentinel is actually a fine choice because it does do less damage. So if we get hit once, I think we will be able to kill it in 2 rounds. Or even 1 if we use the poison potion. Yeah, but from the other monster we'd probably not get hit at all if we rely on our poison as well. Or our frost. So we could use the frost against the Sentinel as well. Okay, let's stick with the theme here. I know it might be a bit boring, but let's fight the easier monster. 9 HP, does do 4 damage. Let's roll here. Don't have a combat skill this time. And that's a 9. Perfect. So monster is dead. 2 XP for us. I feel good about that. And not losing any HP is very nice because we've got some starving coming up because we didn't get any food. So we'll lose 3 HP, move down here. Look at our boss, the King's Protector. Well, joke's on you, I've already fought you but stronger, which was the troll. Although obviously it's floor 2 now. But since we don't have any armor, he at least doesn't annoy us with rendering that useless. So we gain back our skill, already moved down on the map. I'll reset the board and let's continue on with our first room. The damp cave. No signs of holy potions or cleansing here, so let's not use our skill. Just visit the cave, maybe hope for some food. See here. And that's a success on a 5, which is the glowing cap. I like that. 2 XP. Could turn that into getting poisoned or losing food. I think I'll pass on those. And we're 1 XP off level 3. Now if we can make it to level 3 before fighting the second boss, that would be sweet. Okay, so the monster, the worm monster, the burrowing worm, or the tomb. Tomb could give us a holy potion, could give us that 1 XP we're missing, could give us a ration. A lot of good stuff in the tomb. the Boring Worm would guarantee our level up. Could have us fall down, but I think we're pretty proved against that, because 6 HP will probably be able to kill in one turn, and if we don't, we can use the poison, and if we still don't, because we roll complete X's, we could use Frost to prevent falling down. So I think I'll have to take the guaranteed level up. It's hard. Because really from the tomb I'd be hoping for that 1 XP probably. Yeah, let's fight the worm. I know this is not the safe play in the sense that we should be looking for some food, but against the King's Protector I want to do as much damage as possible, and level 3 and the poison potion sounds like a good way of doing that. So Burrowing Worm, 6 HP, let's roll here, just hope for at least a 6. That's at least a 6. 1 from the worm and 1 from us, but we hit first. So we kill it, we gain 2 XP, and we're at level 3 already. Without abusing that ritual too much. Good stuff. Speaking of, there's the hunter. Could now use a ritual and then get cleansed immediately. But the forge, you know, I rarely see the forge, or I haven't seen it a lot yet. And that could just straight up give us armor, which I like, but won't do us any good against the King's Protector now, will it? Interesting. And we've got 7 coins. I think any other time I would probably visit the forge just because I love armor, but because it has no immediate benefit and we are pretty high on cash, 7 coins. And you know, I've complained in the past about there not being enough, you know, opportunities to spend your coins, and then you are stuck at 10 coins and just waiting for a hunter or merchant, and your gold's going to waste that you're finding. I think going to the hunter is probably the right idea here, and obviously, do we use the ritual beforehand, or do we just keep that for the combat ability? I think because we're already level 3, we'll keep it for the combat ability. Just visit the hunter, buy for 2 gold a piece of food, and for 5 gold could buy a potion, or could actually just buy some HP. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually buy for 3 gold 4 HP, and just for the remaining 2 gold another piece of food while it's still cheap. I think that's a bit of the boring choice, but sensible. Getting our food back up, healing a bit. Yeah. Now we are forced to visit the trap. That could even have us fall down, which I am not too stoked about, but at level 3 at least we've got a good chance of success. If we get poisoned from these spiked, poisoned spikes, we have our century-old port quite handily. Let's roll here. Ugh, we fall down. No. Okay, so can't do feats on skill checks, only in combat. We do actually fall down. Of course, the way the game somehow finds a way to sneak in that, you know, we were safe against it with the worm because of our frost potion, and been playing so cautiously, and I think this is the first trap we've visited. So we lose 3 HP and we fall down, which means we discard the King's... I probably don't have to explain this, and at this point we've fallen so much. I'm actually not too scared about our odds because we are already at level 3, so we can't really get any stronger. The HP is looking fine, so this might even be okay, if not good, to just skip ahead a bit, you know? Save our resources, like our poison and frost potion. Obviously don't get the reward from the boss, but yeah. I'll quickly set up the next floor here. There we are in area 6. So we've skipped area 5 completely, and so we skipped the second boss. Now did save a bit of food because of that, if you want to look on the bright side. Didn't have to pay those rations, but did, you know, twist an ankle or break a foot or whatever 3 HP equates to. We'll see. As I said, could be looking worse. Let's look at our first 2 cards here. Armory or Sentinel. Now, on floor 3, the Sentinel is quite nasty. Does 5 damage, poisons here, still only gives 2 XP and a lore card. We don't need the XP. I like lore cards because they're fun, but it's a bit of a risk as well. You know, they can be bad. So it's not necessarily a reward in the sense, it's just another, opportunity. So I think the Armory would probably be better here. I'll visit it. If we get it and it's kinda good, like maybe more than 1 feet, I might switch it out and ditch the port, the century-old port, but we'll have to see. Oh, we didn't get it anyways, so no success there. Let's look at our next 2 rooms. Corridor. So if we want to fall down once more, we can visit the corridor. Yeah, no, let's just visit the hermit. I see no point in using a ritual here. So we'll just, even though we'd get it refreshed, we'll just visit the hermit. We could actually, for once, use that help option, spend 1 of our XP for 3 gold. And that way we have a bit of cash if we find a merchant to heal up. Because I do still want to heal a bit. Or just tunnel. Do we want to visit anything again? The armory a second time? Would be a bad choice either. I'll try that help option. I rarely use it. We've got the XP left over. So 3 gold there. And next 2 cards are the crypt or the bonfire. So we could have used our ritual a whole bunch of times here. Actually could have also healed at the hermit, right? Yeah, but yeah, so that might have been an idea as well. Bonfire would be the safer one. Just get that 1 XP back or get a piece of food, another one, or heal a bit. Crypt would be a lore card and then some. But really the best thing from the crypt I'd be hoping for is either a frost potion, which we already have, or a piece of food, which we can just get at the bonfire. No questions asked. So I'll have to skip on the lore card there. I think I'll have to pass and probably just visit the bonfire, get probably the piece of food. Maybe let's get 1 XP back. Have a cushion to do a feat or something like that. Okay, let's move on to the last room. Spend a piece of food and move down and look at our 3rd boss now. So we skipped the 2nd one. Okay, ghoul. Not a bad thing that I just got that 1 extra piece of XP, because then we're cushioned against XP loss as well. Should maybe even try to get 1 more XP until then, just so we don't get knocked down to level 2 during the fight. I'll prepare the area and let's visit our first room here. Treasure, and not even the mimic. I'll have that any day. Let's get 1 coin, try to open the chest. We failed. That 1 die went off screen, but that was not a success. Sad, so no treasure for us. Let's continue. Damn cave or the bandit. Probably the damn cave, right? Worst thing, we'd get poisoned, which we cure using our port. But probably the ghost would be the worst thing. Let's see, is the ghost nasty on floor 3? 14 HP, 3 damage. Blinds, yeah. But, you know, The bandit is similar, blinds us as well, does 4 damage actually, has 2 HP less in turn. Yeah, I think the bandit and the ghost are sort of similar in this case, and so let's visit the cave and let's just hope to not fight the ghost. Maybe get another piece of food. Losing a piece of food would be bad. Yeah, okay, I've already decided, so now we'll have to stick with it here. No success, and we rolled a 6, so we get poisoned. We have the port. I'll hold off on it, and just in case we randomly get cleansed from a shrine or something like that. But before we have to roll our character dice again the next time, before we risk taking any poison damage, I'll use it. So Hermit again. Let's visit the Hermit again. Quite a lot of Hermit and Bonfire this game, even though those cards are quite rare now, because, you know, I said it already, but there weren't any extra campfire type cards in the expansions, so essentially the amount of cards of campfires didn't change, and the entire deck size doubled, I think, about, or times 1.75, I said. So at the Hermit, could now share a meal, but then we'd probably just lose the 3 HP heading down afterwards. So I think, this is quite silly, but I might want to visit the damn cave again. Oh no, actually, let's just visit the treasure. What am I saying? Yeah, okay, so use our port to get rid of the poison here. Goodbye poison, goodbye port. And use the tunnel, just so we don't risk visiting any nasty monsters before the boss fight, and just switch the treasure with that unexplored room. So now we'll turn over the cards, and there's the deathbed. Okay, so if that other card would have been a monster as well, we'd been forced to fight. And I definitely will visit the treasure chest instead of that deathbed. So one more coin for us, and another crack at opening the chest. And that's a success on a 5. Just 2 XP or a healing potion. Now 2 XP to stock up before the ghoul. But 6 HP heal, not bad either. I think let's take the heal. Feel like the 8 XP would be a bit wasted at this point. And let's visit the ghoul, or fight the ghoul. And the reason why I say the XP would be wasted, we still can take 1 hit from the ghoul. We can prevent 1 more using the frost potion. I'm gonna poison him just so the fight goes quicker, because 25 HP is a lot. And I think that way we should probably only get hit once and lose that 1 XP and stay at level 3. And we'll get 5 from him afterwards. Okay. So, start the fight. Actually started with the combat ability, applying his damage to himself for damage. Roll here. Some good, some bad. No, we could have, that extra XP could have been used to do feats. We can't now. So he's hitting us. I'm gonna first of all roll the crit to see what that turns into. Are you serious? I think I've rolled crits twice this game, and both times they turned into an X. Okay, that just made our chances worse. Do we want to do 1 feat? Or do we just want to use the frost potion and eat the L here, the bad round? Actually, I think I want to use the poison potion, because that makes a lot more sense to use early on. Because it would be a bit wasted if we used that a second round then. I think we're gonna need it. So we'll just be doing the 2 damage plus 4 from the poison. So that's 6, putting the ghoul at 15. And will be hit sadly. So take 4 damage, lose 1 XP. But I think that's better than using the frost potion and then have the ghoul only lose 2 HP. Yeah, because we want to speed up the fight as much as possible. And I already said we're probably going to get hit at least once. Let's roll here. That's more like it. Okay, so that's 12 damage. Yeah, and that's enough. So he's at 15 with our 12 damage at 3. And the poison will do 4 as well, finishing the ghoul off. Yeah, so got hit once. But we gain back 5 XP, which actually means we're at maximum XP now, which is nice, because now during floor 4 we'll heal a bit from fights, or can do a lot of feats. Did take 4 damage there, but I think that was expected. Kept our frost potion, which is nice for Og or some nasty monster. And let's roll on the rewards table here. So 2 gold and a roll. That's a 1. Fire potion or 2 XP, which would be 2 HP. 2 HP doesn't sound bad, but actually fire potion, I'm not sure which is better. Fire potion could really speed up a fight now that we've gotten rid of or used our poison potion. That could sort of replace that. Yeah, probably the 2 HP is not worth passing on the fire potion, but I'm not too sure. Okay, ghoul has been defeated. And let's move down here, spending our last ration, gaining our skill back. And I'll prepare the area. Let's see what floor 4 holds for us. Ooh, secret passage right off the bat. Yeah, so just do a lore card. Bit of a gamble, draw the top 1. Friend or foe. You enter a room just in time to see another adventurer land the killing blow on a giant spider. Sounds familiar. I think I've seen this card before. Noticing you, she pulls a sword from the still twitching beast and turns to face you. She's sweating and breathing fast, but with a steady hand and a calm look, she asks, friend or foe? Okay, so we could say friend, which would have us share a meal and just gain us a ration. Could say foe, which we'd have to fight them, or the ghost in this case, but I guess that represents them, gaining a piece of armor. Or we could lie, say we're a friend, get cursed and gain a piece of armor. Yeah, so probably just take the ration here. Oh, it's a bit of a lame choice, I know, but we don't have any food left, so let's take the piece of food and not risk fighting the ghost, because that is nasty down here. Does 5 damage and has 16 HP, so we'd probably get hit at least once. And yeah, I'm not really gonna take 5 damage just to get a piece of armor that's probably gonna save me about 5 HP the rest of this game. Let's see. Just the piece of food seems fine. Move on. So the mimic, to the treasure chest, you could say, or the merchant. Yeah, so with 7 gold, let's visit the merchant, definitely. And what do we want to do here? Could actually just sell our fire potion for 3 gold, which would put us at 10. And then we could buy some heals and buy another potion. Get set up for the final fight. You know, I like to take in either healing and frost or frost and holy to Og. And doing some healing here doesn't sound half bad either. So although the fire potion would probably be useful, let's sell it for the 3 gold. Buy for 5 a holy potion. And for probably the rest of our HP we could heal or now buy armor. Tempting. Again, the armor probably not going to save us a lot. I'm not sure, but armor is so good though. Okay, let's heal while we have the opportunity and just spend 3 gold here to heal up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And spend our last 2 gold for 1 HP each. So then we're at maximum HP, Holy Potion, Frost Potion, no armor, but that is looking nice already. Look at the next rooms here. Deathbed or Fountain. You know, feels like my deck of dungeon room cards has about 3 or 4 deathbeds in it. And yeah, I'm not too happy. Keep seeing that card, even though it's just one card. We'll visit the fountain, obviously. And we don't have coins to pay here. But worst that could happen is losing a piece of food. So let's just roll. We just roll the black die, the dungeon die. A 3, that's holy water. We get cleansed. We weren't afflicted, but better than losing food. And there's the cursed relic, speaking of. So this is the wrong order. First cursed relic and then fountain would have been fine. And now this is quite the choice. So either get the cursed relic and just hope we can get rid of it before Orc. Otherwise it's total whiff and we don't get any benefits from it either. It's not like it gives you a passive benefit but curses you. It only gives you the benefit once you get rid of the curse. Or we fight the monster, which curses us as well. But that's something we could cleanse. And does give 3 XP, which would heal us by 3 afterwards, but it does do 8 damage, and I'm not really, don't really want to take 8 damage. And either way we're getting cursed. But only 2 floors to find either the merchant, the shrine, or the fountain. Seems like a big gamble to me. With the monster we could at least get rid of the curse. No, the old-fashioned way, you could say. I think we'll fight the monster. The cursed guard, that is. 15 HP. And actually, oh yeah, totally we'll fight the monster. I just realized we've got a combat ability still. This fool can do 8 damage to himself to start off the fight, and then we just have to do 7 here. Which is easy for us, it seems. 10 damage here from our roll. And then we don't even get hit. Okay, so this was definitely the right choice, not just because of the roll, but because we had our ability. And I just remembered late. Gain 3 XP, which will be 3 HP, but we are maxed out on both. So that's one thing I was considering earlier. Buying the armor would still mean we could just use XP to heal up, but I wanted to heal up to full instead. But that's fine, so let's head down here, spend our food, gain back our XP. Need to find one more piece of food, otherwise we'll starve one more time. And except from that, or apart from that I should say, I think this is looking promising. Now let's not get too high hopes here early. Let's not get our hopes up. But better than our last runs, definitely. And no cut here. Let's just continue on the next floor or area, I should say. Empty shelter. Haven't seen that card in... I'm not sure if this is false information, but I feel like we have not seen that card as the witch yet. Could be wrong. Maybe we've seen it once, but definitely not a lot. And the deathbed, like, 6 or 7 times probably at this point. Okay, let's visit that, heal up. We're already up, healed up. And actually at this point, the XP don't do anything for us. The holy or healing potion doesn't do anything for us. Losing the HP is bad, and fighting the adventurous ghost would be bad. So actually the empty shelter is just negatives or neutral for us, I just realized. Huh, I was so happy to see it. The roll here, at least that's a success on a 4. So could turn that into, no, that would just be negative. So we could take a holy or healing potion. Actually, what was I saying earlier? We had a holy potion to cleanse from the guards, so that was definitely the right choice, yeah. Do we want to switch out our holy potion for healing? I'm tempted, but being, you know, cursed against Orc for the second phase is always so annoying. No, let's stick with that holy potion. Yeah, I'll just continue from here. Empty shelter was just neutral, and we've got the choice of 2 traps. Either the one we fell down earlier, the spiked floor pit or poison spikes, or the, what is that, underground cave. Could have us lose 4 HP, lose a piece of food, should just be 1 HP, lose armor, which would just be 1 HP. I think that's the better one. The other one could poison us, which I'm not a fan of. Also, the other one just gives a XP or a perception potion, which we can't really use at this point. And this one could, if we get lucky, give us food, which we're looking for. So let's visit this one. A success on a 4. Oh, actually, that's the food. That's perfect. Okay. Gotta get lucky sometimes as well. We have been pretty lucky this run. Look at the next 2 rooms. The Mimic or the Library. Now both could have us fight the Ghost. Library could have us read a lore card, which is a bit of a risk. The Mimic doesn't really give us anything we want, you know? Coins would be nice, but I wouldn't bank on finding a merchant now. And all the potions and so on. I guess the ghost fight with the piece of armor would be the only thing that would be kind of positive, but the fight would be, you know, bad. So probably visit the library and just hope it's not the ghost. Roll here. It's a double success on a 5, which is the secret passage. Oh, here we go. So I could just shift that and take the XP, which would just do nothing for us. Or we could risk it and visit, you know, look at a lore card, visit the secret passage. But what do we hope to gain? That's the thing. If it gives us potions, it's nothing. If it gives us XP, it's nothing. If it's HP, it's nothing. Food we don't need anymore. Gold we probably can't use anymore. So the only thing we'd be hoping for is probably armor. And it's a pretty slim chance. On the other hand, there's a lot of very bad lore cards, or at least a few we've already seen. So I think I'm gonna do the boring play and just take whatever, the techniques, the sketches, and just gain nothing from the card. And there's the deathbed. Here we go. Okay. Had to turn up at some point. I mean, it did turn up at a few points, but we were always able to dodge it. So this is where the crow would come in very handy, but we haven't seen the crow once this game. And I thought here we were on a very nice run, but let's say goodbye. No, okay, I don't want to get too pessimistic here, but that thing heals 4 HP each turn and poisons us. But we do have Frost, so yeah. And can use a combat against it. Still, 32 HP is a tall order. Let's use our combat here, our combat ability, which will have it deal 5 damage to itself, putting it at 27. Let's use our nothing, our dice. Let's roll. And some good, some bad. That didn't miss. I was hoping for it to miss. Let's do a feat on that X. So at the moment we have 7 damage. If we now do a feat here. Okay, we had 11, not bad. And I think I'm willing to use the frost here to prevent the poison, hopefully. And could still get poison next turn and prevent it from healing, especially. So let's use frost. So we just do 11 damage to it, putting it at 16. Now we at least have a chance of killing it next turn, though it's very unlikely. Oh, what a nasty card. I gotta say, what a bad monster. But then we'll have one floor to gear up again for the final boss. Let's roll here again. And that's another X there. And it hits again. Yeah, so we will get hit. Let's do a feat on the X. And that was a 2 that went off screen. So we are doing 10 damage. Putting the deathbed at 6. It does 5 to us, which is nasty. And heals for 4 itself. And we get poisoned. Such a nasty attack. Okay. Do we use the holy potion immediately to get rid of the poison? I think not, because a poison would just save us like 1 HP right now. And if the poison even procs, and I'm not sure we're guaranteed to do, or we're not guaranteed so to do 10 damage now and kill it. So in that case, I'd rather take 2 more turns and use the holy potion afterwards to get rid of the poison for good, instead of just 1 turn now. Because I think the fight might go on another turn. And the poison didn't even proc. And we deal 11 damage, so vindicated. Got lucky there. But that's that. Killed the deathbed. And used our frost potion and took 5 damage. We now gain 2 XP. And we roll on the boss rewards card, which I'd say is quite justified. Which is 2 gold. And just a roll here. That's a 1. That's 2 more XP or fire potion. Now 2 XP would be 2 HP. Same choice as earlier. Or the fire, 7 damage, you know. I'd rather get another frost potion or something like that, but I think we gotta take what we can get our hands on here. So probably the fire for now. Just cause together with our combat ability that'll be able to do a lot of damage against Og early on. Yeah, probably do that like this. And again, I'm not gonna cleanse the poison until I have to, until, you know, I have to roll again. So let's move down here, spend our food, get our ability back, and look at our final boss. What a surprise, it's Og. And yeah, we have some gearing up to do. Hopefully find some more potions and heal. But I reset the floor. And let's see what the final area holds for us. Bonfire, very nice. Let's probably rest, because the 1 XP would be 1 HP, the food we don't need, and the rest is 2 HP. The literal rest on the card. And there's the shrine or the trap. You know, I think this is the perfect opportunity to visit the shrine, just cause we could get cleansed for free and keep a holy potion and get healed as well. And if we get, you know, cursed, we just use a holy potion afterwards, getting rid of the poison and the curse in one fell swoop. Also, we don't have to roll our character dice on the shrine, just the dungeon die. But I'm spending the 1 gold for the +1. And that went off screen, but that was a 6, which is actually kind of bad roll on the shrine, or medium. It's just 1 HP, so didn't get cleansed, but also not cursed. Let's visit the next room. A trap, a cursed apparatus. Oh, that's that fancy new trap that's different on every floor. Probably won't visit that. Could just visit the fountain again, see if we lose the food, we don't care, and all the other outcomes are fine. Could even get cleansed again. Yeah, probably. Or, but then we are forced to visit this card. And if this is another nasty monster, I'm gonna be super, super pissed off. The trap could heal us if we succeed. We have a nice chance of success. If we get hit for 3, that's nasty and we have to use a holy potion. However, in that case, we have the choice of the 2 last rooms. Funnily enough, I think the fountain is riskier here. Don't know if that makes sense, but just because you're risking this being a super, super bad card. And the trap is nasty, of course, but you know roundabout where you're gonna stand going into the boss fight. I think I'll visit the trap. I don't know if this is stupid now and I've talked myself into some sort of stupid decision, but I just don't want to get surprised by something like the deathbed again. Let's roll here. We took 1 poison damage, but we succeeded on the trap, which gives us 3 XP, which will be turned into 3 HP instead. So actually, we had full HP and healed from the trap. Nice. Okay, that was good. Let's see. I swear this is not set up or rigged in any way. I don't know, you'll just have to believe me. But that card we just outmaneuvered sort of was the deathbed actually. I really feel like the whole deck is just deathbeds, or well, maybe not the whole deck, but like 5 or 6 of the cards are deathbeds, and I know for a fact they aren't, because I unboxed them. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what to say. We'll definitely visit the armory. Do we just stay cursed? We have no healing, so HP is gonna be an issue against Og, and we have no frost, so I almost feel like we might die against Og. So I wanna really have the holy potion for him to get rid of the curse after the first phase. But that does mean we'll take a bit of poison damage probably. I think we'll keep the holy potion because the curse is gonna make the second phase so annoying if we get there. Yeah, let's just roll for the armory here. Curse didn't even proc. We had a success on a 5, which is the fair longsword, so 2 free feats, not bad. Actually, quite good, I should say. And let's move on to fight Og, 25 HP. Now, using a combat ability in the second phase will do more damage, 1 more, but the first phase has more HP and I want to keep it as brief as possible to roll with poison as little as possible. So I think we'll just blast him here. We'll do the combat for 8 damage, we'll use the fire for 7 damage if we have to, which will already be 15, and just hope we can roll 10 with our feats. So we might be able to completely blast his first phase without taking damage. In that case, it would be useful to use the holy potion beforehand, but we have no guarantee that we are able to you know, one-shot kill him. So I think let's roll with the poison dice. Okay, first of all, use our combat ability, deal 8 damage to him, putting him at 17. Roll our combat dice, character dice. Curse did trigger, sadly, but you know, we had full HP for that. And that is 11 damage, which would put him at 6. Oh, that's perfect. The fire is 7. Yeah, don't even have to reroll the crit. Now we could reroll the crit and try to not use the fire, but that would need us to roll another 6 and would be risky, especially with our history this game and rerolling crits. So let's just use the fire potion. So we'll do 18 damage to him, killing the first phase immediately without getting cursed or hit, which is the important part here, not losing any HP. This will put him at 20 HP. I'll use my holy potion. Don't know, probably now. In any case, it's just gonna save us from rolling the poison die once. No, we really had it for the curse, for the possibility of curse. But now we have nothing except our dice and our feats to hopefully kill him. And he can kill us in 2 hits and a bit of poison. Roll. Okay, so he will hit us. We do 12 damage, which is quite nice. Again, do we push it? Do we reroll the crit for extra damage? If we don't, we'll have to do 8 next turn. I think we can do that with feats. So I'm gonna be safe here. This takes a lot of constraint for me, but let's just do the 12 damage, putting him at 8, and take 9 ourselves, putting us at 10, and we're poisoned again. And now we'll have to roll at least 8. Ooh, and there's the excess pouring in, and we take poison damage. So we're at 9, so we really have to do 8 damage now, otherwise he kills us. So the feats will have to carry us here. I don't like this. Let's do 1 feat on the X. Stayed an X. This is not looking good. Do another feat on the 2. Became a 6, and that's 9 damage. Okay, stop right there. Kill him before he kills us. So down to the last hit. We've done it. Alright, I don't even know how long that run took now, because I was, you know, talking a lot on the way and debating about some decisions, but we finally managed to kill Orc's remains with the witch. Got a bit frustrated after dying on the 2nd floor the last few times. Okay, so what was it now? And I want to add, we even survived the deathbed on level 4, floor 4, and then survived and won the game. I didn't think that would happen. So, was it the new dice? Perhaps we had some dice rolling luck. Was it the strategy? I don't know. With strategy, I mean the not abusing the ritual or not overusing the ritual unless we have cleanses. So I want to say that helped, and playing very, yeah, what I said, conservatively or very cautiously. But, you know, after all, we had luck rolling our dice. It was down to the last hit. We could have just rolled bad on our feats and not gotten to 8 damage and then died. So I think, after all, this is a game of chance with some strategy elements. And this whole video series might be a case study in confirmation bias, in that at the start of every video I go like, I have a plan or a strategy, and then if I die, I'm like, that was bad rolls, and if we win, I'm like, see, the strategy worked, confirmed. So I think let's be careful there, but we can agree on the fact that it worked out, whatever it was. So I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time with the next character, which I'm excited for. I was itching to play those, but also witching to play this one or to finish this one. So I'll see you then. Until then, have a nice day. Bye bye.